Welcome to Pegwarmers. I'm Kevin.
I'm Tony from Mac Movies.
And I'm Ryan.
We're here to talk about Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Ah!
We've been doing a bunch of the classic Kenner toy lines. We've talked about Ghostbusters. We talked about RoboCop recently. And here we have the Kenner
There are ghosts.
Here we have the Kenner Beetlejuice line based on the movie. Surprisingly, this didn't last longer and tie in the cartoon show because I feel like that was more targeted as kids than the movie really was.
You were telling me that, and I'm sitting there, I'm just like, wait, are these from the cartoon? I'm like, they didn't do any cartoon? You said there was a McDonald's store.
There were some like premium Happy Meal McDonald's or Burger King like vinyl figures. They had one character on one side and one character on the other, but they were unarticulated and just not very inspired.
You mention it, when I go to these conventions and stuff or like these events, occasionally I'll see like a Beetlejuice doll. Yeah. But like I don't see a lot of Beetlejuice toys. And now that I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've never seen an animated series Beetlejuice toy in any of these things.
I think the Beetlejuice cartoon show was just so wild and colorful. There would have been a lot of great figures instead of them trying to kind of come up with their own for series 2 of this line.
When did the cartoon come out? Because the cartoon was out when I was like in kindergarten. Like it was early 90s. Anyone know the exact year?
I was going to say 93, but that's my go-to year. I don't know.
I don't know either. I remember watching it a lot though.
Okay.
Really around the time I was getting these toys, I felt like. Yeah. But for all I know, you know,
it must have been after
blurs.
The toy line didn't do super well.
I guess so. Yeah.
We'll do the cartoon. Well, obviously they made lunchboxes, as I could see. They probably merchandised it in other ways, but
like random ways.
Yeah, just maybe toys, just
cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Like Thermos wants to make a lunch. Okay, go ahead.
Put a sticker on it. Yeah. So series 1 had several different Beetlejuice figures and a few other characters that are, I guess, directly based on the movie, kind of, sort of. The first one over here is Adam Maitland. He is the Alec Baldwin character.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, he wears a red hat. I don't really know why.
Wait, I think I know why. Is it because of that?
Well, he doesn't really need it. His mask fits on over his face.
Wait, hold on.
It's really just a handle. He has this gag.
Oh, I thought the hat goes into that.
Nope. It's just a gag that you, like a handle to help you slide it down his arm. You have to have his arm positioned just the right way. Yeah. But he can slide his head all the way down his arm.
Oh, because he was decapitated.
There is a part where he's decapitated, but there is no reason for him to wear a hat.
Yeah.
I don't...
And that's a very long hat.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah, you really would think... I mean, other than it being a handle, there's no other real reason for it.
I get that, though.
I do like that he comes with the mask.
That is cool, yeah.
I thought the hat, like, went into the mask.
You would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's bizarre.
No. He just needs a hat for some reason. I do like they went with the plaid
looks
shirt
very
that
accurate,
ties in a little bit. And then, because it's Kenner, we need a little pack-in buddy. So he's got a little Beetlejuice scrubby guy.
Oh, it's like a tiny version of like the snake, but it's like more of a caterpillar.
Yeah, like a little caterpillar guy. So they all come with some little things. So if you only have one figure, you have a Beetlejuice, menace to go along with it.
I do like that the face is super accurate.
The sculpture is really cool too. Yeah.
It makes me wish they had done the Gina Davis character a little bit.
I was gonna say, where's the wife?
But they just never do the girls in these lines. You know?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's such a shame.
I get they wouldn't sell as much, but like. Don't make as much, I guess, or package them with the guy. That would have been a good 2-pack.
A good 2-pack.
Or just make a good action figure. If you made a good action figure, like April O'Neil, everybody had April O'Neil because it's a standard figure. It's good.
Leias.
Yeah.
It's a good figure.
Over here, we've got Shish Kebab Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So he's in that like taxi driver outfit he wears on the model kit.
Yeah.
And the spikes pop out of him, but this one happens to have like gross out items attached to each one of the spikes.
Oh, you could like put them in. Yeah, there's like little bats and there's like a cheeseburger. Okay, so you could take the things out.
You can pull them all
out.
I
guess they put it on there so you have like
little handle or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize you could like. I thought it was gonna be like a squeeze thing, but I guess that would have been too hard to do.
And then I think his head actually pops off if you just kind of yank on it. He's got a little eyeball under there.
It's just an eyeball. Yeah.
Nice.
It's just an eyeball. It's a floating eyeball. Okay.
They got to pack in something weird on all these guys.
It looks like Michael Keaton too.
It's a good sculpt, yeah. Yeah. I had that one as a kid. I had a lot of fun with him. I as a kid did not know why he was wearing that outfit. When you watch the movie, it's less colorful, but it's definitely there. But as a kid, I didn't see the movie like multiple times, so I just never really noticed that he wore like a coat and a hat in that one quick scene. Yeah, and I was like,
he's like in the taxi cab.
Yeah, I remember having the spikes, but I don't know why he's wearing this coat.
They put the brothel next to him when he starts dancing. Whoa, God.
Oh, my goodness, Tony.
Sorry. He had a bunch of different outfit changes, because I'm looking at the wedding outfit, the red velvet suit, which is really cool.
The next one we've got here is called Showtime Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
This is the standard suit, but you get the carousel head.
Yeah.
And it actually can raise up and down.
Oh, that's awesome.
When removed, it reveals the snake head.
Oh, do they all have removable?
All the Beetlejuices from the first wave have a removable head.
You know, it's funny. That is like his most iconic outfit. He only wears it at the very end.
Yeah. It's because it's in all the advertising and then the cartoon show.
Yeah.
And then he came with a little dragon guy. Even Beetlejuice comes with a pack-in of himself. So I had this one. I did not have this one as a kid. Always really wanted him. Because it is the suit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, definitely the classic.
Yeah, I had that one as a kid, but I think I told you before, I didn't realize you could switch their heads because I had, my parents are separated.
Yeah.
So I had one Beetlejuice toy at my mom's and one at my dad's. So I would never have them sitting next to each other like, let me pop their head. Oh, I can switch them. It was just like... Like, no, that stays here. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just pop his head off. And like, why does his head pop off? And then like a month later, I'm like, oh, okay.
I was going to say, it's kind of weird. You don't just have normal Beetlejuice. Like, oh, you can just take the head off and put it on the regular black and white one.
So this is head spin Beetlejuice. And his head can spin around, as seen in the movie. He's wearing the wedding attire.
It's the best.
And when his head comes off, he's got a shrunken head, also seen in the movie.
That is more accurate to the movie, because that's how it ends with him in that suit with the head shrunken down. Yeah,
he comes with a little cockroach guy,
or a beetle, perhaps,
or a beetle. Packaging says it's a cockroach, though. It would make sense for it to be a beetle. Yeah. He does turn into a tick, doesn't he? Or something, a flea? No, he's a beetle. He goes into the juice. He's like trying to explain
he turns into a big beetle.
Yeah, okay, so maybe that's what they're
going for. He eats a fly at one point.
Oh, maybe that might be what I'm thinking of.
And it goes, help me, like the original fly. Help me.
So there he is with the correct...
Yeah, that's what you
when
want.
You swap the parts. Yeah, if you don't have this version, like, it's little rough for playing out the adventures. And that's what you really want if you're watching the cartoon show, because that's how he looks. Also, on most of the other products...
Yeah.
They show him looking like that because that's the iconic version.
That's what he's supposed to look like,
Right.
Is that an Otho?
That is an Otho. So we got the husband and Otho for the human characters. No Lydia.
That's weird.
You know, but we have Otho. So.
I can't believe that Otho would sell more than Lydia or Gina Davis.
Yeah, by the way, can we mention... I guess he wears something like that at one point in the movie, but that looks more like that actor from Demolition Man than it does Otho from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, does he wear the kimono for the wedding?
I don't know.
No, he's out by the time the wedding
He's out by then?
He definitely wears a kimono in Demolition Man, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They should just
I
repackage
think he wears a kimono when they're like sunbathing outside or something.
Maybe.
But yeah, no, that really looks like his Demolition Man character.
Yeah.
So he also has the... removable head feature.
Oh boy.
And then you have to push his feet up. And he's got a screaming head now.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so weird in the Otho.
Very bizarre feature. And he comes with a weird lizard version of Beetlejuice.
Oh, nice.
If you push his feet up, does it pop that head right off by itself?
It does. Okay, so you could make him...
That would be pretty
might
cool.
Break the spring if you
Scream
do
him
it
right out.
Yeah.
He feels a lot like a real Ghostbuster toy.
Yeah,
just
he
the
looks
way,
like
the
one,
feature works. Yeah, I don't think he's that exciting. Like,
no, again, unless you want to play Demolition Man.
I mean, maybe they just couldn't think of a good feature they could hide in Lydia.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Otho being a rounder figure, they could hide a mechanism in there. And he's called Otho the Obnoxious because they have to give him all a fun name.
Yeah.
The last figure from Wave 1 is Harry the Hunter. And so he's this hunting guy. He has a spider and a rifle, and when you take his head off, he's the shrunken head guy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
His name was Harry, huh?
That's
in this, cool. But it seems like in the trailer for the sequel, the new one, I don't know if his name's Harry.
I think they're...
Or there's multiples of them?
Are they Bob or
I think they call him Bob in the trailer.
But I think they're all Bob, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, there's multiple ones for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll make sense.
I don't know. I'm sure everything will make sense. It'll be just wonderful.
And I guess Kenner just made up the name Harry the Hunter because that worked really well.
I like his gun has a Beetlejuice on it.
Yeah, his little packing buddy can plug onto his gun.
Oh, that's funny.
He's got the arrow through his hat. So, a decent
makes sense.
Play value there. And because he's got like a weird head, he fits in with like the gross out humor kind of stuff of the line. And I guess they thought he was more kids are going to want the guy with the shrunken head than Lydia.
Well, then you can put Beetlejuice on him, and you can have hunting Beetlejuice.
Ooh, let's try it.
We could do this all day. Swap heads.
Yeah. Just like make every... There we go. Hunting Beetlejuice.
Whoa!
That's great. Endless outfits for Beetlejuice.
Safari Beetlejuice. Then Series 2 is drastically smaller, and I don't know whether they just didn't finish producing all of the figures.
Okay.
Or they planned it to only be 2 figures long. There was a second wave and then also like a sub-series. But not like a full 6 guys. So Series 2 included Exploding Beetlejuice. That's this one here. Who is like
had this one.
A second
very cool
opportunity for you to get sort of a traditional Beetlejuice. Yeah. They gave him a little different color scheme.
Glow in the dark? He looks like he's glow in the dark.
I don't know for sure. But he is the Scorpion Alien or the T-1000.
Yeah.
And he, falls apart.
I was going to bring mine, but I couldn't find all the pieces.
He's even got like guts inside.
Like the Scorpion Alien,
like the Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yep. So, kind of a fun feature. And it's nice that they got a Beetlejuice out there in the striped outfit. Like, that's what kids were looking for sure. And then the last regular Beetlejuice is Shipwreck Beetlejuice there. Why he's in a life vest, we may never know.
I mean, what he does is similar to the movie.
Can you be scary? What do you think of this?
Get the little snakes coming out of his head, yep. But, it's a good feature.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this is 1990. The other one was 1989. So, yeah, you're right. This is the second wave. And I guess the cartoon came out like a year later, and they're like, we're done with Beetlejuice.
they were probably hoping that the line would keep going and roll right into the cartoon.
That's funny.
So that's a great feature to build in. A little bit of a weird figure, though, to have.
Yeah, it's a funky costume, but it is cool.
Yeah, the shipwreck part, I'm like, I don't get the shipwreck part, but I like the little action that he does.
So there were other Beetlejuice planned. Like I said, I don't know if they were going to be part of this wave 2 or they were going to be a third wave, but they had a some sort of doctor version of Beetlejuice who was going to have like the surgical mask. He was going to come with a heart. And a handful of other ones. Archaeologist Beetlejuice, I think, was like another option they had. So they were going to do a lot of variations. They were going to go like, Batman in the yellow suit, Batman in the gold suit, kind of route.
Yeah.
And then there was another sub-series that is much harder to find. I only have one figure from it, but they were called Nasty Neighbors.
Okay.
And I have the teacher creature here.
Ooh.
And I didn't even know these existed for a long time. And I actually found this still on card, like on a destroyed card at Columbus Flea Market one time. It was like, whoa, another Beetlejuice thing. So, I mean, it's clearly a ridiculous person, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is so real Ghostbusters here. She's like a mean old school teacher. And you can squeeze her legs together and push her head down. And it's a little bit janky, but she like opens up and her bat ears come out, her wings unfold, and she becomes a bat.
Nice.
With the Beetlejuice kind of texture.
With a Beetlejuice kind of texture. She comes with a rotten apple bomb that supposedly she can drop somehow. I've never quite got it to work right.
This is...
I think you hold it with the ears or something, and then...
Honestly, I feel like this is like someone came up with this for the Ghostbusters line. They're like, you know what?
Just shove it over here.
You can put it in the Beetlejuice line.
I wonder if that line, like the Nasty Neighbors, is inspired. Like, oh, well, they're going to do a cartoon.
Right.
We'll do Nasty Neighbors, but none of the cartoon designs.
Right. Yeah.
So there was
also with the movie, it's like they don't really talk to the neighbors.
Yeah,
so they don't really care.
Well, and it definitely feels more like Beetlejuice where they go to the netherworld all the time.
Yeah.
Because they're not they don't have gross things in their house. The gross things are from Beetlejuice's world.
Yeah.
But there was a guy called Hungry Hog who was a portly fellow who turns into a pig.
Oh, that's
there was an old buzzard. It was like an old man in overalls that turns into a buzzard, like a bird.
Yeah.
And the probably the most popular one is called Street Rat, and he's like a punk that turns into a rat. All similar to this, where like they sort of poorly transform.
Yeah. Ugh.
They also don't look like they can really match the existing Beetlejuice figures.
They definitely don't. It's a very different vibe, and that's why I think they were their own little subline and not like Wave 2. There were some other stuff that were planned. They were going to do another continuation of that. It was like Neighbors and Bullies or something like that. More weird stuff to try to flesh it out, because there really is not a lot of stuff in the movie to go with, except for like a few of the female characters. And the thing that I can't believe they didn't make, there is no sandworm toy.
Sandworm's the big one.
The coolest thing in the whole movie.
That would be so cool.
You want the sandworm.
Even a sandworm like hand puppet would be really cool.
A hand puppet, some sort of vehicle kind of thing.
Yeah, you need the sandworm. You need the little guy at the end who
does the ceremony.
Yeah. And I think you needed the football team. Or just a
football player,
football player,
Just reuse the
Ghostbuster one.
Ghostbusters,
Tombstone Tackle.
Yeah.
As a kid, I used to use him with these Beetlejuice figures.
That's funny.
I often played with Beetlejuice with my Ghostbuster toys. They work so well.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. I'm like, well, the cigarette burnt guy, he probably wouldn't be good. And I'm like, oh, the girl who slit her wrist. That's probably not toyetic.
Miss Argentina or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, the football guys, you could have had like a zombie football dude in there.
Wrist slitting action.
And then there's some other like vehicles and playset type stuff that goes with this line, because that first wave got the full blown treatment. So some of the vehicles and things that we had, the Vanishing Volt, which I think is probably the only thing that's kind of semi-movie accurate.
Yeah.
Ryan's got it boxed there. I'm always amazed at how small it was in the package. It's still tiny even out of the package, but as a kid, I don't remember it being that small of a box.
So what does it do?
It's Beetlejuice's tombstone.
It's beautiful.
And it should have the signpost here. And when you tilt the signpost one way, you open it up, and you put your Beetlejuice figure inside.
Oh!
All right, so I'm going to put Beetlejuice in here. And then you close it up, and you tilt the sign the other way, and like magic, I don't have the sign there, but like magic, it opens a different compartment, and the miniature Beetlejuice that comes with is in there. So to kind of do the magic of him going from little on the model to big, they let you do it here. But you know how frustrating it is when you can't make Beetlejuice with this head and this body?
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating as a kid. But kind of a fun thing. I remember being annoyed when I built it that I didn't get the stickers perfect. So both trays don't really look the same.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun with this as a kid. And it's a nice little set piece
That is fun.
from the movie.
Well, the sculpture is gorgeous. Me and my brother were obsessed with it. He got it for some reason, and he rarely let me play with it and would make me so mad.
This would be a fun one.
But the paint is gorgeous and everything.
Paint the realistic colors.
Yeah,
that would be fun to do.
It's very Playmates Ninja Turtles in like the gross out, lots of detail sculpted on it kind of thing. But that's awesome because it's so movie related.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff gets a little more kind of out there.
Did he not drive a lot of vehicles?
Oh yeah, well gotta have lots of vehicles. So the Phantom Flyer. I have it loose here, and Ryan has it.
We got the package right there.
Beetlejuice's flying motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh yes, the flying motorcycle. That was my favorite scene of Beetlejuice.
Everyone remembers
the flying motorcycle.
So I'm missing the little wheel that goes here, but basically you can open this up and remove the wheel, flip down the wings.
Whoa!
And now Beetlejuice can, fly around and cause all kinds of mischief. I think the idea with this too is that he could pick people up with it.
Yeah. That worked better than I thought it would. You picking up both of them.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
If I could find the wheel to it, it'd be better, but I bought this one without the wheel.
Oh, just open up Ryan's boxed one.
Yeah,
we'll just
take mine.
So both of those, though, show Beetlejuice with the stripes, but the plain head. And that was so frustrating as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
That you needed to buy both just to reenact
what a money-making scheme that is.
Oh, yeah. That was a smart decision.
Yeah.
There was also a lot of roleplay items.
Yeah, what is the gross
So this is
out?
the gross out meter.
Yeah.
It's like a wristwatch kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah.
It like clamps on your wrist, and it has like a roulette, or not a roulette, like a slot machine kind of mechanism to it.
Yeah, you like pull his thumb on the hand.
And these different things will like flip, and it's supposed to be you versus a friend.
Okay.
And then different like words show up, and they beat each other based on like disgusting and terrible, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like a game, but it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
And then I think a little compartment pops open under certain situations,
like,
and a little
bug
wormy
in
thing
there,
pops
whatever.
out to kind of scare the person you're playing with.
Yeah, that seems a little convoluted. This does feel like
a little forced.
C-list ideas for Ghostbusters
Yeah.
toys. Just throw all your bad ideas into the Beetlejuice line.
Throw the B team at the secondary characters and then the C team at the accessories.
There was also a mask, which we don't have, but there was like a
Yeah.
Beetlejuice mask, and there was a little wire you put down from the mask through your sleeve to a little like AirPod thing, and when you'd squeeze it, the little worms would come up out of his head,
that's cool.
similar to
Yeah.
the shipwreck Beetlejuice.
That's cool.
I at RetroCon last year, someone had it like with the box, and I was looking at him. He was like, $15. Just take it. $15. I'm like, no, this is. He's like, it works. I'm like, yeah, I can see it works. Great, keep it.
I see a lot of these around. I think these have to be the Pegwarmer of the whole line.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You said that you have
I
two
had
of them
a couple,
already.
yeah.
I was at Toy
I had
Cantina,
three, and I
the
got
toy
rid of
store in
them. Yeah.
Feasterville, and they have two of it in the box in
oh,
the,
they
in
do?
the
I didn't
store.
see that
Yeah,
when I was there. Yeah.
yeah, that's the classic one. Oh, we got the creepy cruiser back here.
Creepy
Yeah.
cruiser.
Beetlejuice needs a car for
Everyone
all the
needed
driving.
a car
he
in all
does.
these toy lines. They all
Absolutely.
needed a car.
The main mobile of Beetlejuice.
It's got like a big Texas steer skull on the
Yeah.
front. It's got striped wheels.
It's got the nice bat wing fins.
It looks like a pink Cadillac. Some Elvis reference there. Yeah, it's funny. So we have two Michael Keaton toy lines that have a car that has bat fins in them.
Yeah. I mean, the car looks cool.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not really super functional. It has like the spinning, well, I guess there's sandworms in the back, and you put Otho or whoever, and it just spins him around and injects him. It's like, okay, I guess he's supposed to just scare people.
Yeah, it's got a
That's the
mechanism
whole
so as it
point.
rolls, it like spins.
By the way, I'm pretty
around the
sure
back.
when I used to play Grand Theft Auto 5, I modded one of my cars to be hot pink, and I had a steer head on it. And I'm like, did I see this and was in the back of my mind subconsciously? Why did I do that? Now I'm looking at this, I'm like, I think I might have been ripping this off.
And then we also have a collector's case.
So this is like similar to like the C-3PO sort of toy case.
Yeah.
Or this, what's it called, the Godzilla 98 one that I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
these were very popular. I don't know who made all of these. Were they all the same company?
I think they were, but I can't remember what the name of it was.
Because this one just says Geffen Film Company on it. But
Yeah.
anyway, almost every toy line in a certain time period of like the mid 80s through the early 90s had one of these cases. They used the same format but with different art. There was Transformers and He-Man and G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And it opens up and you just put the guys in these little trays.
Cool.
But the outside always had some pretty good art. And so this actually has paintings of some of the toys. Like, there's Otho with the screaming like
With
feature
this
going on.
Who looks like a Conan. Oh, you're taking it out.
Yeah.
But who knows what this... Oh, I guess that's his little pet.
Yeah, it's the pet that comes with
Okay.
him.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there's Alec Baldwin, but he doesn't have his large baseball cap.
He's not wearing his hat. Yeah.
Also, they screwed up. They gave him eyes. His eyes are supposed to be on his fingers.
That is true. But anyway, that's kind of a fun little, piece that really shows off sort of
I love
the idealized version of what these toys are. If you had this Beetlejuice as a kid and you're looking at this picture, like, oh, he's really scary.
Yeah.
Like that, Ooh.
It's weird they also didn't make Snake Beetlejuice. They didn't do the Sandworm, and they didn't do Snake Beetlejuice.
So this Beetlejuice, one of the Beetlejuices, had a little accessory that was a little snake, but not like a big...
But you want like the
Yeah.
big one,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, those are. I always love the cases because they're the best, the highest resolution version of the packaging art. That if you love the packaging art, which I've always been obsessed with, it's like the best version of it.
There we go.
Yeah,
You think it was the same team at Kenner that designed Ecto-1 that made this? Could be. It's a cool looking vehicle.
it's cool. Yeah,
I don't know how well the figures fit in there, but
Well, here,
let's try it out.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I had the little Kenner catalog that would come with every toy, but sadly it's not in there.
Give me Otho. Give me Alec Baldwin too.
Otho can't sit.
No, Otho's not.
He's got to go in the back. Whoops.
Whoa!
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Wonder why he's not in the new movie.
And then
he's busy. He's busy. I don't know if you know this, Kevin, but he's not working on another movie. It's not done finished being filmed yet.
Okay,
they weren't done shooting.
That's a double meaning there.
We also have the Beetlejuice lunchbox, like we mentioned before. This
and that's that great design for Lydia with the spider web poncho. Like, that would have been a cool figure, even if they had sculpted her slightly more realistic.
Yeah,
I would have kept her in that outfit.
I think Otho is specifically designed for this.
I think so too.
He fits in there real perfectly.
I would have loved a figure with her, even like the. I was thinking about.
Oh, it dumps.
Oh, sorry.
My mint figure. I'm good.
Can't get graded now.
Yeah, so you can dump him.
No, I was thinking about the Batman. I forget which one it is, but like you squeeze his legs and his arms shoot out.
I used to have that. We talked about that.
Yep.
Do a Lydia figure like that. Mm-hmm. That'd be so cool.
Great.
Whoa!
There we go.
What was his name again? The guy who played Otho. Because I met him years ago. He was like one of the nicest guys at Chiller Theater.
I can't remember.
I don't know his name.
I'm blanking on his name right now.
It's like right on the tip of my tongue. He was
one of the nicest actors ever. He was so cool.
What's always weird to me is in Beetlejuice, he gets thrown down the stairs.
Yeah.
In real life, he died by falling down the stairs.
Yeah, he like fell or something.
It's really like
it's the Beetlejuice curse.
Strange,
he was also very briefly. He was Jerry Seinfeld's landlord before they switched to a different character. But I'm like, I forgot he was landlord. He's also the talking brain thing in Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Wow,
he was their Zordon in that show.
Okay,
the high point of his career.
It's actually real detail on the bottom too. There's like skeletons or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's pretty neat.
So overall, a fun line. I think it just didn't have the support. One movie one movie that was like PG-13 didn't really support kids getting this toy line probably until the cartoon came out, and then it was like too late.
Did Ghostbusters the movie have toys before the cartoon?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's
probably what made it work.
But they probably got ahead of themselves. They're like, let's just make it for the movie. It's like, well, movie's not very.
The movie wasn't aimed at kids, even though kids loved it. It's the same kind of situation here. It was like a kid friendly ish scary comedy.
It was PG-13 though, right?
Right. So
not everyone says the F word.
Right. Yeah, but it almost makes more sense than like RoboCop and Terminator.
Oh,
and those
for sure.
Had a shit ton of toys. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it was hit or miss back then. It's like maybe this will do well, maybe it won't.
We'll try toys for just about everything.
Yeah.
But it's a fun toy line. A lot of creative stuff going on, bright colors, so very toyetic and pops on shelf.
I can imagine for the designers it was probably a lot of fun to like figure out weird nonsense and even if it's not great, they probably had a lot of fun making this garbage.
You guys excited for the new movie?
I mean, I kind of hate comedy sequels that come out way too late. I'll give it a shot.
All right.
It's this isn't always the best thing, as I learned from Dumb and Dumber 2. But yeah, Tim Burton's coming back, and it's the same writers from the original one. Will they be able to recapture the magic? Is it lightning in a bottle? It's probably lightning in a bottle. But I mean, I'll give it a shot. At
least they didn't go with the original planned sequel of Beetlejuice Goes Hawaii.
No, they should have went Hawaiian.
That would be fun.
The same old shit, like, oh, they're back in the house again. No, go Hawaiian.
That would have been kind of interesting. But I don't know. You hate comedy sequels that are coming far too late. I hate Tim Burton. So
like
that
modern Tim Burton.
That bum hasn't done anything good since Big Fish. You should retire, sir. Retire.
Wait, you didn't watch his show Wednesday, even though he only directed like a handful of episodes.
Yeah, he might as well be a corpse that's wheeled through Hollywood, dating all the most beautiful women.
He really does. He really does.
I'm like, who's he dating now? I don't know. Just check the poster of his recent movie.
Well, I don't know when this is coming out, but it's probably coming around the time where I reviewed Ed Wood. So check out my review of Ed Wood.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
And also, a while back, a long time ago, I reviewed Beetlejuice with Johanna and Crystal. That was
awesome.
a lot of fun.
What's going on with you, Ryan?
Nothing much. Just making. I get lots of messages about the stuff. The stuff all the time. They're finally back in stock.
Whoa.
Ooh, a little squishy stuff ice cream.
I never take mine out. I want them to stay in mint condition.
Ooh.
Now I've taken it out. I've ruined the value.
Oh, man.
Well, I'll sell you a brand new one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Just go to my Etsy, Monster FX. You can see all my weird, fun nonsense. And I got other stuff coming up soon, hopefully.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging on the peg with me.